I'm Beverly.
I'm Kate.
And I'm Sonya.
And today we're dishing with you at Acacia Bistro.
Located in Van Ness at 4340 Connecticut Avenue Northwest.
And one of the most interesting things about this restaurant is the chef completely redoes the menu several times a year. Not only is your food from scratch, from the bakery to dessert, but you can come in right now and try the Spring 2 menu, which includes the lamb chops, this really curious strawberry soup, and the 7 vegetable terrine. So check out Spring 2 through the end of June before summer starts.
And we're now dishing with Julie Sproesser. She's with the Restaurant Association, Metropolitan, Washington, better known as the Rammys, the best party in town. And thank you for being with us.
Thank you for having me.
So what's on the agenda this year for the Rammys? I mean, I went one year and there was this ice luge that had some kind of alcohol. Frankly, I don't remember.
What else would you expect to come out of an ice Well, so, okay, actually, we want to hear about the Rammys, but also can you just tell us a little bit about what the Restaurant Association Metropolitan Washington does when it's not
Sure.
on the Rammys?
Of course. So we aim to be the voice of restaurants in the Washington, D.C. metropolitan area. So
Like
that's
Acacia Bistro.
like Acacia Bistro, who are one of our lovely members.
Fantastic.
We have over 700 members in those 3 states. D.C.'s not a state, but
The DMV.
Close.
exactly. So we support restaurants with their everyday restaurant operation needs. We host training at our office for food managers, alcohol managers, and also we do allergen training for food allergies. We host Restaurant Week twice a year, once in the winter, once in the summer. And then of course we do the Rammys. And some other stuff in between, but those are the highlights. So.
Which you've also said is one of the best parties of the year.
Yes,
so.
I jumped ahead because I just remember it being the best party I've ever been to in this town.
But you remember it being a good party.
That's
There's
right.
the ice luge.
That's right.
Yeah.
And Biz Bash magazine agrees with you, because we're rated the #1 food and restaurant event in DC every year. So
Clearly this was from the Grammys, the Rammys, right? So was that a play
also
on
from
words?
RAMW,
Oh, right,
which is our
absolutely.
moniker. So
So you're giving awards to restaurant only association members or all restaurants in the area?
only association members,
Association members. And
which
what-
covers a pretty wide.
That's so true if you have 700 members
Yep.
plus. But tell us a little bit about the categories of awards that they could be receiving.
Sure, there are 17 categories this year, so it really covers everything.
18?
17.
17.
Yes.
Oh my goodness.
So we have about 80 finalists.
So are these your
this year.
typical categories like best Italian, best Mexican, or like?
Chef of the year.
Yeah.
They're Chef of the Year, they're New Restaurant of the Year. We have a brand new category called Casual Restaurant of the Year.
My favorite is Power Dining Spot or Power Spot.
That's a good one.
I like that one.
Hottest Bar Scene is one.
So these are fun categories.
Yeah, Neighborhood Gathering Spot.
Who is
but
the
less
Martin
specific.
Scorsese of the Rammys? Who wins year after year after year and everybody's just trying to be that restaurant?
That's a hard one.
Because it does change every
Does
year.
it? So there is a
But
lot
I'd
of
say
fluctuation.
the Knightsbridge Restaurant Group definitely, they have 11 nominations this year.
Wow.
So
And is
they have
this-
Rustica and 701 and
chosen by a panel of judges or by the population as a whole in Washington? Like, who decides these things?
Yep. Well, the categories are named by the Restaurant Association. There's an anonymous panel of judges who are made up of mostly food critics and media representatives who are not part of the association, who gather together and spend months deliberating who are going to be the finalists.
I
and
would like to
ultimately,
spend months anonymously deliberating.
a fly on the
that
wall.
sounds
I think we're all like,
Right.
that looks
I
like good
know.
strawberry soup right,
Right.
there. That one decides.
So they meet and discuss what's going on.
Okay.
They consult media representatives, of course, and they visit the restaurants as
That
much
was
as
exactly
possible.
what I was going to ask. Do they visit the restaurant? I'm sure they don't
Absolutely.
announce when they're coming, right?
No, but also many of them are food critics already, so they have either they've been dining there all year or done their research. So
Well, let's talk about this party a little bit. Who can go?
anybody can go.
Anybody can go.
Anybody can go.
Who does the food?
Yeah, that's the best
Who
question.
does the food and drink?
Well, we have some incredible sponsors of the Rammys who are the Embassy of Spain, Virginia Wine, Cuisine Solutions, who do incredible sous vide.
Wow.
And
So it's not like whoever won last year has to provide all the food for this year's person or something like that, right?
no, we
Maybe a good
try
idea,
to
though.
give them the night off since
Yeah.
they are the ones throwing
Fair
the
enough.
party.
That was maybe a good idea, though. Now
was,
it's going
it
through
was.
our head. Good and bad to
Years ago
win.
in Washington, the restaurant scene was okay,
Yeah.
but suddenly there's just so many great opportunities, so many great restaurants, so many great chefs coming here. what's the cause of that? Why there's this new restaurant scene showing up in the last 5 years, 3 to 5 years?
I don't know this. I don't know the statistics, but I think it's just there's a scene here of people who are really into food, who maybe weren't there before. The population's a little younger, and people want to go out all the time and be where, be doing the cool thing. So,
have you noticed restaurant trends in the last few years, other than just the boom in restaurants, lots of new restaurants growing? But do we tend to have a lot more ethnic food, a lot more comfort food, a lot more of one type, or do you notice any trends?
We definitely have more what we sort of call like rustic casual, which we never had before. Amazing places where you can show up in jeans, but you're going to get the same, 4 or 5 star quality food that you would have gotten at only a white tablecloth place before. That's sort of a trend, I think, here in DC. And then, of course, there's a million places opening all along 14th Street, over on 8th Street, and tapas seem to be pretty hot.
Small plates. Everybody likes the small plates coming.
Yeah.
So does one area of the DMV have an advantage over the other? Is one better than the other, or are the good restaurants kind of spread out among the three?
When it comes to the Rammys, or in general?
Both.
Both. I don't think anybody has an advantage. I think there are amazing places in all three. So
nobody gets bragging rights.
Nobody gets bragging rights. DC probably has the most numbers-wise represented, but.
Well, sounds great.
Excellent
Sounds
choices
fantastic.
everywhere.
So tell everybody where they can. I think there's a lot of people that are really interested in this because we have a lot of foodies that watch this show. So tell us how they can find out more about tickets and ticket prices and where the event is held and things like that.
There's a couple of things. The Rammys are Sunday, June 24th at the Marriott Ormond Park Hotel. Tickets are $200 if you are a member of the association, $300 if you are not a member and want to be sort of a spectator, but it's an amazing party. It starts at 6, it goes to midnight, there's dancing, there's bands, there's great food.
There's
you
an
get
ice
to
luge.
know who the winners are. There could be an ice luge, I'm not sure, but I think we have talked to some ice specialists, but
Specialists.
Lovely.
these are people who throw parties for a living.
Yeah.
These are people who are always making the greatest atmosphere and the greatest food and serving the population every night of the week. So this is their chance to let their hair down. And this year's theme is hats off to restaurants. Excuse me. So you have to wear a hat.
Oh.
You have to do we call it creative black tie, which is up to you. Some people go classic with the bow tie. There's been people in leather. Restaurant people do whatever they want. So it'll be a lot of fun. You can buy tickets at our website, therammys.org. It's RAMMYS.org. And anybody can come.
Fantastic.
We hope you do.
If you think you're a foodie, this is the party to be. Eating, dining, drinking, etc. You need to be there. So thank you so much for being with us.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for being
Hope you
with
come.
us. Follow us on Facebook. Be our follower also on Twitter. Come and check out the places that we're dishing, and we hope you'll dish a little bit yourself as well. See you next time.